Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump, despite the never-ending, apoplectic, laser focus of media to try to take him down every 2 seconds, is actually giving Republicans the Senate. Well, you might say, what are you talking about? These Republican candidates, as Biden would say, are harming democracy and they're so polarizing. And the reality is that if you look at the Cook Political Report, there's three toss-ups for Democrats. Kelly in Arizona, Warnock in Georgia, Cortez Masto in Nevada. There's one toss-up for Republicans. I'm looking at the Cook Political Report right now. If I'm wrong and I'm reading this wrong, then let me know. But it has the Senate as slightly leaning Republican to defeat Democrats to take over the Senate. I'm looking at the Cook Political Report, and really the best way that you can, this is better than just, there's a 70% chance that Democrats take the Senate, or because you're looking at toss-ups. So the only toss-up here is Ron Johnson in Wisconsin. He's been there since 2011, I believe. Okay, assumed office on January 3rd, 2011. Now, we have a recession. Biden's poll numbers are abysmal. Trump still gets half the electorate. His poll numbers are on par with mashed potato brains. And you have to ask yourself, what role does media and what role do these investigations play? It's the only thing Democrats have. When they say that, Trump Republicans, they could have picked, traditional Republicans and defeated people in swing states. Right now, there's three toss-ups. The Democrats in Arizona, Georgia, and Nevada, where they have to go up against Trump Republicans. Okay, Ron Johnson is amazing. He's also, you could say, definitely a Trump Republican. Trump Republicans are not like the Mitt Romney, Adam Kinzinger, Liz Cheney. Okay, Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger voted alongside Trump over 90% of the time in Congress. But if it got to a decision or a question as to whether to send Americans to Taiwan, for example, or into Europe, they would do so in 2 seconds. They don't care. The traditional Republican has no problem with counterinsurgency conflicts and never-ending wars. And that's why it's a moral imperative to vote for Trump. Far greater issue than the climate change they claim to care about, where every one of their predictions have been wrong over the past 40 years. And it's a serious issue, yes, but you don't transform the economy immediately from fossil fuels to renewables when renewables are a tiny percentage of what fuels this country, and fossil fuels, oil, gas amount to what, 90+%, about 90%. But ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe. Today I have a segment. Actually, it's not a short because it went 1 second over a short. It's me pressing a 110-pound dumbbell chest press. So I tried to do my best Ronnie Coleman imitation. I was about 90 pounds short because the great Ronnie Coleman, there's a video on his channel, 8-time Mr. Olympia, that where he's chest pressing 200-pound dumbbells. So he was amazing, but he is amazing. But hit subscribe to this channel. Be here tonight for the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. So I will have a live stream tonight. I should have it around 9 p.m. Pacific. So be here tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific for the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. The link will be below in the description, in the pinned comment. But really quickly, Trump actually benefits the Republican Party. This is really the funny and amusing, sad thing about all of this. There is zero enthusiasm, passion, energy, electricity in the traditional Republican Party. I read the Washington Examiner all the time. It's a fantastic publication. The writers there disagree. they have a more traditional Republican viewpoint, and like the Washington Examiner is a wonderful, awesome publication. I would love to be published there one day. But and you could read my writing in the Hill, the Huffington Post, the Federalist, the Jerusalem Post, Salon, other publications on hagoodman.com. I'm slowly revamping or upgrading that website. But there's this viewpoint among maybe traditional, maybe the National Review or the Washington Examiner, that Trump is a liability. You know, he fomented the chaos in January. He's just a bad human being. And it's like, okay, if you look at Trump from the vantage point of the Democratic Party, he's the cause of everything that's ever gone wrong in the United States of America and in the world. Everything is his fault. Should he have had January? No, he should not have. Did he foment or no, he actually condemned it. And then they say, well, he didn't condemn it fast enough. He didn't expect the reality was he didn't expect people to commit crimes. So, but you could look at the parallel here between Democrats. They're infinitely worse. I support the cause of why people demonstrated 2 years ago, but all throughout that summer, and I support the cause, $1 to $2 billion in property damage, and so and 19 lives lost, and 14,000 arrests. And so a person at the National Review of the Washington Examiner said, well, we find that hypocritical also, but we don't like what Trump did. It's like, well, you can't look at things from this vacuum where Trump is removed from all the catastrophes that Democrats preside over. Look what we had with Trump. We had record low unemployment, but in 2019, CNN wrote this. We had a record high in household median income and a record low in poverty. It was the lowest poverty rate on record since 1959, since they recorded the poverty rates. That's according to CNN. And it was record highs in household median income. Like we had hundreds of thousands of new manufacturing jobs. The Doha Agreement, the Abraham Accords. The Doha Agreement was botched by Biden. There were stipulations there. It was a May 1st withdrawal, not just whenever mashed potato brains wanted. So we had a great economy. We have a recession now, okay? And you have to understand also a Mitt Romney type, a traditional Republican type, and I love DeSantis. I think he's fantastic, but everything they did to Trump, they'll get a DeSantis dossier. Everything they did to Trump, they'll do to DeSantis. Everything they did to Bernie Sanders, they did to Trump, but 10 times worse. Democrats have a playbook now. It's not just a Trump playbook, it's a Republican playbook. They would obliterate and decimate anyone not named Trump, especially the Mitt Romney types, especially the good Republicans. There is no good Republican to media. There is no good Republican to Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and all of late night and social media algorithms and every publication from the New Yorker, the Atlantic, Mother Jones for sure, but Daily Beast, BuzzFeed, Vice, New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, the Washington Post. They're all going to converge in the same way. It's Trump because of his. I mean, he should focus on his policies more. And Trump Republicans should focus on the fact we're in a recession now, interest rates going up, market tanking. We're going to head into a prolonged third quarter of negative growth. And so the only reason it's competitive in the Senate is because Democrats have utilized the government to investigate. They're now investigating DeSantis. Okay? And they just blocked an investigation in the House into Hunter, but that's going to end. You'll have Trump Republicans investigating Hunter. The average traditional Republicans would say, oh, it's okay. We don't have to. Kinzinger and Cheney would actually they'd probably go to Hunter and, well, what do you need? Can we help you? So you have, they're going to investigate Trump Republicans, Jim Jordan, all the Trump Republicans are going to investigate. And there are actually crimes there. There are no crimes with Trump. They're just tormenting him and it's working. And the thing is that you have the they're not necessarily never Trumpers, but they're people who are conservative who's like, gosh, I just wish that Trump could be replaced by DeSantis. They're going to do the same thing to DeSantis. They would do the negative media coverage, the onslaught, and nobody but Trump could actually survive that. His favorability ratings not long ago, about a month ago, were higher, 2 months, were higher than mashed potato brains. I think they might still be. Biden is like, this man is like an abomination in every way. We have a recession that's going into a third quarter. The Atlanta GDP now estimate shows negative growth. We have interest rates going up. Housing market's tanking. Bond market is tanking because interest rates are going up in a shrinking economy. Democrats did this. They've been in power from the House, the Senate, but mainly the executive. They did this. We know that Biden came in, went to battle with oil and gas, and then flooded the country full of strategic petroleum reserves. An invasion in Europe under his watch. There's a geopolitical nightmare between China and Taiwan. And so you can look at the Cook Political Report now. They throw everything, including the kitchen sink, and you still have 3 toss-ups. Okay? 3 toss-ups. So you get 2 of the 3, you're definitely assured. 2 of the 3, you're definitely assured of Congress. And then lean, you have 2 lean Democrats, but you have 1 lean Republican. But I mean, we're going into a recession. You could very well get all 3, and you keep Ron Johnson. So, ladies and gentlemen, and if I'm reading this wrong, let me know. But it all goes up to, it's basically a toss-ups that are going to, because everything's so, you basically need, you would need the vice president with the 2 independents to break the 50-50 split. You just need 1 major victory, 2 major victories. And we're going into we're in a recession right now. So you have to, what people don't get is, it's the Democrats who are leveling the United States government and Democratic prosecutors in Georgia, New York, at Trump, at everyone around Trump. They're going after the direct political rivals. They're not pure as the driven snow and apolitical. They have everybody. They had loyalists. We'll stop Trump. They have people resigning from the Federal Bureau of Investigation for covering up Hunter's story. I mean, they have the entire American political system, establishment, media, cable, television, all leveled against one man, the orange monster, who presided over a record low in unemployment and record highs in household median income and record low in poverty. So, you don't think if they did that to DeSantis, he would face even more problems than Trump? Because they're going to do that. They're never, if DeSantis suddenly comes and says, you know what, I love DeSantis. I think he's fantastic. I really do. But if they go after, if they do to any one person what they've done to Trump, there's no way that individual could overcome the public relations onslaught. Only Trump, he's like the Obi-Wan Kenobi of politics. The more they go after him, the stronger he gets. And he still manages, no matter what, to come out on top eventually. Now, he's 1-1 in president, and he's 1-1. He defeated Clinton. Okay, there is nobody in the Republican Party who would have defeated Clinton. There's nobody other than DeSantis. Possibly could. DeSantis could, I think, but maybe not with the same type of negative coverage. There's nobody who can defeat a Democrat the way Trump can. Okay, you're looking at a traditional Republican. The reason that CNN and the New York Times are so interested in the Republican Party is because they want somebody easy to defeat. The traditional Republican does not cross over to independents or people like myself, I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. The unofficial scribe Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. My articles went hundreds of thousands of The people read in the Huffington Post, the Hill Salon in 2016. Why did I like Bernie Sanders so much? Because he was anti-interventionist, anti-never-ending war. We had that with Trump. Why did I like Bernie's economic policy, which he doesn't really have any, but why did I gravitate towards that? Because I was on the left and I wanted to, economic justice, and I wanted to, poor people not to be poor anymore. Well, then we got that with Trump. We had a record low in poverty. Everything I wanted from Bernie Sanders, I got from Trump, but actually somebody who truly believes in his policy. Bernie doesn't. Bernie's a Green Party candidate. He should have gone to the Green Party, but he's used to funnel left-leaning voters back into the Democratic Party. It's a gigantic racket as they cheat him every 4 years. Bernie's saying, "Oh, I'm cheated again. Fantastic. Thank you." Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. He's giving Trump is giving Republicans the Senate, not taking it away. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you.